Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to take a look at a warning sound check that happened on May 27, 2022 at the Rebel Lounge in Phoenix, Arizona. We have done one clip from this show in the past. It was their performance of Ugh. I used 2 cameras on it, and it was certainly a highlight. It was something else. It sounded great. This time they're going to be playing Disciple at the sound check, amongst other things. I mean, they're also just going to be kind of noodling as needed. But one of the things that they break into briefly is Volver a Comenzar, which is a Café Tacuba song. And I've actually featured that on this channel before. I don't think Adrian was present for that particular one, but it was a latter-day version that they did, and I was very impressed with the song itself. It's worth listening to the whole thing if you haven't. I'm going to leave it in the cards for anybody that's curious. But anybody that already knows the song is going to recognize it when they break into it. So, Adrian, any thoughts on this before we get started?
Well, I have checked out the original by Café Tacuba. I heard the original, and it's incredible.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
Yeah.
I understand why they're popular. All right, let's go ahead and check this out, and we will discuss afterwards. That's what a sound check is right there.
Yep. Checking out each drum, the sound of each drum.
Sí, de hecho ayer estuvo un poquito pilludo mi O sea, como que tengo muchas frecuencias. No sé si es porque ayer estaba cansada o porque... No, ni siquiera tanto, o sea... I guess.
Such a small venue.
Dale.
New morning song.
Ya sé. No, hombre, aparte yo estaba cantando al mismo tiempo que él y sí me quedé.
Increíble. Me encantó todo, ¿eh?
Gracias, Lalo.
Gracias, aprecio.
You love us. Ok, ya... Ah, todavía no. ¿Sí? ¿Ya? Ok, dale.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh, funny stuff.
Interesting. Ollie first going into Volver, Comenzar unannounced, and then Danny following up with a falsetto.
Oh, yeah. The funny falsetto. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it looked to me like Pow actually suggested that Ollie start playing that lick. And it's even possible that Lalo asked for it. I'm not sure because they said gracias Lalo afterwards. So I don't know. So clearly they know the song. There is a clip floating around of them in the audience at a Cafe Tacuba show with the song ending, and they're all like, da, 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 you know.
Upper rock and roll fans.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Good stuff. I like how they were at the end, after the disciple, they're like, yeah, it's Soundcheck, Don't get too excited. Clearly, they played it very, very well there. So it's, but it's interesting to see them go through what they have to go through for a Soundcheck. And did you notice there were no amps on stage?
I didn't notice that, but I believe you.
Yeah, there's nothing there. There was an orange toolbox of some type behind Danny, so people might have got a little bit fooled by that, but no. Nothing up there at that moment in time. Later on there was. So maybe just for the actual sound check itself, they don't need them, although you do have to adjust a little bit because even if it's just for them to monitor themselves on stage, it's going to put out a little bit of sound. Now, they're going to have to readjust anyway because they're doing this in an empty room, and by the time the show starts, it's going to be a packed room. So, that changes the sound quite a bit as well. So there will need to be adjustments, but at least they get in the ballpark here with the sound check. And so that's what they're doing there. And yeah, always interesting to see. And yeah, it struck me how small that place was because that's where they were playing, places like that in that tour in early 2022 especially. All of the venues were not big. Like they played Brighton Music Hall, and that place isn't big either. Maybe 500 people, be my guess what a lot of these places are. Overall, very cool just to see them go through the sound check process at that point in their history. They're still breaking through to America to some degree here, and they're still doing that to some degree today, but the venues have gotten bigger. The one we saw them in, it was 1,400 people easy, and it was packed. There was no room for anybody. I saw them in July. They were at a 2,000-seater, and there was no room for anybody else in there either. It was jam-packed to the hilt. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, doing swell.
Yeah, just fantastic. And I think this live album is going to make them even more popular. I have noticed an explosion of warning covers lately. I mean, they've always been out there, but it seems like there's more and more and more as time goes on, which I consider a very good sign. All right, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If there's anything in particular that you think we missed, by all means, mention it below. If you were actually there for the sound check, let us know. We know that a few fans were in there. Really, if you went to any of the sound checks in 2022, let us know. Just always interested in knowing about it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us on this, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.